inequality, specifically like socioeconomic disparities and looking at why those occur and like how to improve the quality of life for lower income communities.
I care the most about achieving social justice through education reform.
Mountaintop removal coal mining, which is it's an environmental and social justice issue.
I think the biggest one has been, the whole like Occupy protest and that thing, just because, I think it has a lot to do with our future.
And right now I'm writing my thesis about school finance reform in low-income communities and how to increase funding in low-income areas.
I grew with my friends and I started an educational initiative called نتعلم صح back where I come from, Cairo and Egypt, which work with public school students in a summer program, and we follow up with them in a weekend program during the school year.
Equate is a Quaker and also kind of like Friends of Friends group committed to nonviolent direct action. The chosen campaign right now is against PNC Bank, who's historically a Quaker bank and is right now the largest financier of mountaintop removal coal mining. And so our campaign right now is to ask them to no longer fund that and do a full sector exclusion from any companies that participate in mountaintop removal coal mining.
I feel like our campus is pretty apathetic. I think that our campus, people say that they care about things and then never want to actually do something about it. And honestly, I feel like I've told you guys that I care about Occupy Wall Street, but I haven't done anything about it either. So I feel like I would fit in that category too.
We discuss a lot of political issues often, but that doesn't necessarily translate into physical action. Yeah, I'm not really sure why people aren't super active. I guess maybe because we have discussions, we think that we're more involved, and we sort of replace action for conversation. But also Haverford's culture is super academically minded, and everyone here cares a lot about their work. So I think that maybe we tend to think that we're too busy or too stressed.
I think because there's a small number of students on campus, so you'd find a lot of people have passions and interests that they don't find many people share this interest. So you'd find that there's no big group working on something because we're a small campus, I would say.
I think that a lot of people understand that they're here to get an education and that will help them make a meaningful contribution to the world. But I'm not sure that we're very well trained in working outside of the system. People don't have a very good idea of what it looks like when we ask for changes that aren't expected. So when we go outside of the system and use our bodies to ask for change.
I think people decide to stand up for things when they aren't directly accountable for it. In other words, when you don't have to put your face to a cause, then it's easy to do that. Do people actually care enough to actually stand up for something they want, knowing that their name is going to be on it, their face is going to be associated, things like that, where it's actually going to affect you? Or do you just want to sign a petition?
So the windmill action was the first action in which I risked arrest. We were going to talk to the PNC Bank at 16th and Market Streets in Center City, Philadelphia, to basically talk to them about the fact that they're somebody very high up in their organization had basically said, we know that mountaintop removal coal mining is bad. There are some environmental issues, but we're giving them jobs. We're giving the people of Appalachia jobs. And so then that makes it okay. And what we were saying is that's really not actually the case. So what we did is we actually built 2 models of windmills in the lobby of PNC Bank. We stayed and protected our windmills to show that we really weren't going away until they changed their policy. And so I was one of the 5 people who was arrested that day. And so I got to kind of put my body on the line to show that this is an issue that they need to pay attention to. And realizing that change doesn't have to come after you get a degree, and change doesn't have to come through somebody else, through a middleman or a politician, but instead can come by ordinary people with some training, just can come from us.